Is everyone happy with the late start today, or were you kind of bummed that you missed out on some school?
Happy.
Happy?
I'm happy and I missed snack.
Oh, you missed your snack. Or did you have your snack at home then? Or?
I had breakfast when
All right. So that's right. All right, so third graders, today we are going to talk about division. Okay? Have you guys talked about division before? Yeah, you talked about division. Today we're just going to talk about a different way to solve a division problem. Okay? And the first thing I'm gonna show you is a true problem. It's a real life story problem that has to do with me. Okay? And I'm gonna just read it to you at the start of class, and then towards the end of class we'll try to solve it. But I just wanted to kind of introduce it to you first. Okay? So what it says: Mr. Thorson bought a loaf of bread with 16 pieces in it. Okay, everybody knows what a loaf of bread, right? Right is. You cut it up, or it's already, when you buy it, a lot of times it's already cut up into pieces, right? In slices. So my bread has 16 pieces or 16 slices in it. If he eats 4 turkey sandwiches every week, how many weeks can he eat turkey sandwiches before he runs out of bread and has to go to the store and buy more? Okay. You think you know it already?
Yes.
What is the answer?
4
No.
weeks.
No, it's not. So we're just gonna wait. Just maybe think about that, and then later on in the class. Not yet. Later on in the class, I know you're excited. And you probably have it. Later on in the class, we'll go over it again. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about our objectives for the day. Okay. What do we want to learn? The first thing is I'd like for you to be able to demonstrate how repeated subtraction relates to division. Okay? Relates to division. And the second thing is I want you to be able to organize an array. We all know what an array is, right? We worked on that. And use repeated subtraction to solve division story problems. Okay? So now we're going to go over some vocabulary words here so we're understanding what we're talking about. Okay? First of all, the word related means, somebody want to read that for me? Can you read that from there? Is it too, why don't you go ahead and read that for me? Right, so related means somehow connected. So, like your cousins, if you're related to your cousins, right? That means that you are connected, or sometimes, or in some way you go together, okay? You're connected somehow, okay? Repeated addition, who wants to read that one for me? Go ahead. Okay, so can you guys think of somewhere where you've used repeated addition before? What? On your worksheet? Yeah, well, that's good. Well, like, what kind of a problem? What kind of a math problem have we used repeated addition? Think about what that would be? Yeah. That's exactly right. She said adding 10 plus 10 plus 10. That's repeated addition, right? That means you're adding the same number over and over and over again. So in a problem like 4 times 5, okay? Like 4 times 5. I'll write it on the board here.
I know it.
4 times 5. I know many of you know the answer to 4 times 5, but what are we actually doing in 4 times 5 that relates to addition? Yes?
You're adding 4 5s.
You're adding 4 5s together. So you're saying it's 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, right? Right? And what's another way you could do it? What's another way? Yeah.
4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times, exactly right. Good, very good. Everyone understand that? Nod your head. Understand that? Get that, everybody? Okay, all right. Next one, multiplication is what? Go ahead and read that for me.
Repeated addition of the same number a certain number of times to find the total.
Okay, yep, that's a certain. Yep, a certain number of times to find the total. Okay, so that's basically what we just did, right? We had a multiplication problem, and we added those numbers a certain amount of times until we found the total. Division. Yes?
Repeated subtraction of the same number.
Repeated subtraction of the same number. So, instead of taking a multiplication problem and adding, okay, we're going to start with this, okay, and this number right here is going to be, we're going to use as repeated subtraction, okay? So we're going to take this number and we're going to subtract this number. We're going to start at 20, okay, we're going to start at 20, and we're going to subtract 5 until we get to 0, okay? So how many times would that be? How many times do we subtract 5 before we get to 0? Anybody know? Yep. 4 times, right? Yep. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer to 20 divided by 5 is 4. Good. All right. So that's our repeated subtraction. And last is an array. Okay. And can you give me the definition there? Rows and columns. All right. And you guys know what an array is. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, I could not get our one part of the lesson to work, so we're just going to go to the next part, which is more fun anyway. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to take a little bus ride around the room. Okay. Does that sound all right? Take a little bus ride. Okay. Do we have? I didn't even check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We got 20. Everybody's here today. Good. Perfect. All right. Could I have a couple helpers and you? And we're going to move this table over just a little bit. I might need a few more helpers too. You and there and there. Yep. And just help me move the chairs too. Okay, we're going to move this over in the corner. There we go. Perfect. That's good. That's good. All right. I think we'll have enough.
Can you make chairs so I can see?
Well, we're going to have to stand up. We're going to have to, normally you don't stand up in the bus, but we're going to have to stand up. And you can, if you can put that chair over there too. That'd be good. Thank you. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to get into groups of 4, okay? All right, we're going to get into groups of 4. And I will just go ahead and, I'm going to count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So, I would like the ones to come up to me first. Okay, the ones come here. We're going to make a nice, neat array on our bus. Okay, so who are the ones? Who are the ones? There you go, 1. All right, we're going to make a nice, neat row here. Nice, neat row of 1s. We need somebody here. We need somebody over here. All right. You guys stay right there. How about the 2s? Give me the 2s. Yep, you go right behind them.
Who's behind you?
2s?
No.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. That's fine. And the 3s? You come. You'll be next.
Wait, did you say 2?
The 3s right here. Yep, you're 3. Yep, right there. And 4s. You're a 3? Okay, that's fine. You know what? It's okay if you're not using the exact number you did. The main thing is we want to have rows of 4. Okay, we want to have rows of 4. So you guys are a row of 4, and you guys are a row of 4. Why don't you come back, Lindsay? Why don't you come back here? Okay, can you be right there? All right, we're good, right? Now look around a little bit. Look at our nice array we have going here. But everybody's got to be nice and lined up if we want to have a nice array. Okay, we got to have a nice row here. Lindsay, can you move over that way a little bit? Oh, I'm sorry, Darby. I'm sorry. You know I get you two mixed up because you look alike. I'm sorry about that. All right, perfect. Yes. Can you wait just a little bit, please? Thank you. All right. So, all right. What we're going to do is we're going to drive our bus. Okay, we're going to drive a bus, but we have to, what's that?
Who's the driver? The front one.
I am the driver. So we're going to take a little trip around the room, but
You have to stay in your room.
we have to stay in your rows, and we're going to make some stops along the way. Okay? We're going to make some stops, and we're going to go off of this problem right here, okay? So we've got, how many total kids do we have again?
20.
All right, we got 20. And we are going to be dropping off 4 kids at every stop, okay? We're going to be dropping off 4 kids. So what do you think we need to find out? What do you think are missing, not the number, but what do you think we're trying to find out here? Think about it. What are we trying to find out?
You already did it right there.
How many? Yep, but what are we trying to find out though? How many what?
Children are going to be left. Children are going to be left.
We have 20 total kids. And 4 are getting off at every stop. What are we missing? Yeah.
5.
5 is going to be our answer, yes. But what are we missing? What are we asking? How many stops there are, right? How many stops is it going to take? All right, so let's find out. Let's do it anyway. You're good. All right, here we go. So here's the rules of the bus. Here's the rules of the bus. Keep our hands on ourselves, right? Okay, keep our hands on ourselves. When I put my finger up like that, that means we're going to start moving. Okay? And we move like this. We just shuffle our feet and we're going to go nice and slow. This bus doesn't go very fast. Okay? So when I put my finger up, we're going to do that. When you see my hand go up like this, that means we're going to stop. And we're going to let the first row out. Okay? Alright? First row off the bus. Okay, so you can talk at about a level 2. Okay, about a level 2 as we're riding on our bus. If you want to make some bus noises or whatever, make some bus noises. But as soon as you see this, it's a 0. Okay? Ready? Let's go. Stay in your rules. Stay in your rules. Nice arrays. Say bye. Say see you later. All right. All right. Ready? Ready?
See you later. We're in Mexico.
Stop.
I'm on Mexico.
You guys can get out.
I'm at the bookstore.
You guys ready?
Oh, that's not appropriate though, Andrew. This is Mr. Upsell.
Hi. You guys are in Canada. We're in Mexico. No, we're in Hawaii. We're in Hawaii.
All right, go ahead and get out, guys. Thank you. Have a good day. Ready? Go.
We're in Hawaii. We're in Hawaii. 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 Oh, I love that. Doing the jump. Doing the jump. You're in the garbage dump. No, in the jump. We're in Hawaii. We're just Hawaii.
All right, so 3rd graders, eyes on me, please. Eyes on me. Okay.
Are you?
So can anybody tell me what we just did on our bus ride there? Other than I know we took our total 20 and we divided by 4 because we let 4 people off, and we ended up with how many groups? How many different groups did we have? How many different stops did we make? We made 5 stops, right? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, listen. How did we do that? What was happening at each stop, though? What was happening? Every time we stopped, what were we doing? Yes. We dropped off 4 people. So, as we dropped off 4 people, were we multiplying? Were we dividing? Were we adding? Or were we subtracting? Yeah.
Dividing?
We were sort of dividing, but when you take away something, what are you doing?
Subtracting.
You're subtracting, right? And we subtracted here. We subtracted 4 here, and then we subtracted 4 here, and then we subtracted 4 here, and we went on. Now, what was that? What term on our board that we talked about before? Do you guys remember what that was called? What were we doing when we subtracted the same amount every time? Yeah.
Repeated addition?
Oh, you're so close. You got the hard word, right? Repeated what? Repeated
Subtraction.
Repeated subtraction.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you for riding on my bus. We're now going to, if you could please have a seat in your desk. Go